Get rolling. Okay, Corey, thanks for taking the time this morning, man, to have this conversation with me. So for anybody watching this, okay, just go ahead and kind of say your name, talk a little bit about your farm operation and where you live at.
I'm Corey Schumacher. I live in south central North Dakota and farm about 5,000 acres and run some cow-calf pairs and run an agronomy center on the side.
Okay, got a lot of stuff going on. How long have you been inside of Legacy Farmer now?
Coming up on a year here pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast time has went by.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Well, we'll go ahead and jump into the question. So question number one is what was not working inside of Corey's life prior to Legacy Farmer and really prior to you joining our Legends group?
Kind of running around all over the place, just trying to put fires out and didn't really have very good systems in place and didn't have financials together either. I was always pretty decent on it, I thought, but always could be improved, and lack communication with employees, team members, all that needed to be improved, and just my own self-esteem needed to be improved. It was definitely lacking. Just sitting there scared, wondering about prices and things that we can't control.
Did you feel like you were getting to a point where you're burning out?
Yeah. I was getting burnt out quite a bit.
Well, and all the problems that you just listed off there, man, how many other, like what percentage of other farmers and ranchers that are running a team like you are, farming several thousand acres like you are, have multiple businesses like you do, like what percentage of them do you think are facing literally the exact same challenges?
I'd say more than 95%.
Yeah. Okay. And so many guys, just the strategy is just, hey, hopefully it gets better next year.
Yeah. That's pretty much their only strategy. And it's sad.
Yeah. Okay. So what were the biggest things that changed for Corey once you entered into Legends and you start, utilizing all the tools, you start meeting with me, you start doing all these things and just having more accountability and things? What were the biggest things that changed for you?
Just getting clear on where you want to go, where you want to take your stuff to, gives you a reason for why we're doing this and where we're taking it to, and having the accountability and all of that. It's definitely helped pretty tremendous. And just to learn more about yourself, utilizing the stack to get your head clear, get your mind clear as to what needs to be done and where you want to go. It's definitely been a game changer.
So again, a similar question is how many farmers do you think there are that literally can't get control of their mind? They literally can't shut it off. They can't get focused. They can't get clarity. They can't just slow it down.
A lot. I have talks daily with clients that I work with the agronomy center. People are in a pretty rough place right now, and it's scary for everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the biggest thing that changed for you inside of the business, specifically like with the agronomy center and how you manage your teams and how you show up and how you lead?
It changed pretty dramatically. Just trying to get, like I said, I'm pretty big on communication. It's really changed a lot within my business. Okay. Just getting better communication, not only with my team members, but with my clients, better schedule stuff out. And that's been a huge game changer, just being open and clear and honest, and been really helpful.
Has there been financial gains because of that? Really,
yeah.
Better communication with your team is going to limit mistakes. And like I've said this in several other videos, there's no small mistakes on the farm, right? And then better communication with your clients for the agronomy center.
Yeah, it's been huge. The financial impact has been enormous.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk more about that when we get to farmer metrics, because guys need to hear, because Corey's one of these guys, whoever's listening to this video, that's running a lot of acres, a lot of money going through the operation, a lot of expenses, just massive dollar amounts that are hard for a lot of people to even conceive up here, like to even conceptualize and understand, right? So, okay, perfect. Well, out of everything that we do inside of Legacy Farmer, what would you say is like your absolute favorite thing? Like out of all of the tools, trainings, resources, coaching calls, farmer metrics, like what would you say is your absolute favorite thing?
I'd say the coaching calls, just being able to talk to people that are on the same mindset, same level as you, bouncing ideas around. To me, that just having that community is worth every penny.
100%. Yeah, it's kind of, I find it interesting because every single one of you guys have said the coaching calls, every single one. So, do you think that's literally?
When you talk to just people around your own community.
Oh, hold on, you muted yourself.
Sorry.
There you go.
When you talk to people around your community and stuff, and just local people, it's usually a lot of negativity. Just to have people that have some positivity to talk about and bounce different ideas around, it's tremendous. It's huge.
Yeah, 100%. Well, do you think a lot of guys are just on an island today? They feel absolutely alone and like they're the only ones that are dealing with their problems?
Yeah, I think a lot of them do. A lot of them feel that way, but everybody's kind of in the same boat, but a lot of people don't see that. But it's not to say that everybody's in the same boat. It doesn't really make you feel any better. I mean, it is what it is. So
100%. Okay, let's move on to just talking about farmer metrics. Okay, so what is the, what's been your reaction from seeing your numbers from a different point of view? What has been the biggest benefit for farmer metrics inside of just your operation and your decisions and everything that you think about your operation?
Yeah, I like farmer metrics a lot. Definitely need to play around with it some more here, but it's nice to be able to see what entering your numbers in there, what the banker sees and what they're expecting out of your operation. So you know where you're standing at from a banker standpoint, not just the numbers you have in there. That's been extremely helpful, and it's simple, easy to use platform. I've used several different ones, and this is hands down the cleanest, simplest, straight to the point, but yet extremely detailed. Yeah, it's definitely the best one I've used so far, and love everything about it.
Do you think because when we talk about all the relationships you have inside of the farm operation, like the most important one to the success of your operation and your business is with the bank, right? And how many guys, what percentage again of farmers and ranchers are literally just shooting from the hip and hoping and praying that they end up positive at the end of the year?
Yeah, a lot of guys are like that. It's definitely the unsexy part of farming, but it's definitely the most necessary, and that's the way farming is going now. It's business oriented. It's not the way our grandparents farmed or even our dads farmed. It's totally different now. You have to have the business mindset or you will not succeed. It's definitely, you got to figure out how to run a business in order to run a farm now. The game has changed.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not willing to learn that business mindset and learn your numbers, you're not going to be around.
Yeah, 100%. So do you feel like you would have made some different decisions over the past 3 to 5 years if you would have had farmer metrics and the simplicity of that program back, over the last 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, I would have made a lot different financial decisions than what I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like how do you put a price on like the value of farmer metrics? Like how would Corey, what would he say that program is worth to him every year, just having the simplicity there?
The value is definitely more than what I pay.
Well, that's good. But here's the deal though, man, like you've made some significant changes even this year. Farmer metrics helped expose those, helped lead Corey down this path of, hey, this is why we have to treat this like a business decision. Right. And when I look at the decisions you've made, we've literally, if you wouldn't have made those decisions, guarantee we'd probably be heading towards the red for this year again.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas farmer metrics just simplifies the hell out of everything. It exposes the key numbers that actually matter. And then from that, you made a drastically different decision. You made a really hard decision, but now you have, you're moving so much quicker towards being green for the year, and green by a lot more revenue coming in because of other areas. So we've literally taken a pretty big swing, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Okay. All right, man. Well, so last question. Okay. And it's no secret that it's difficult to establish trust inside of this industry. We all grew up in the middle of nowhere. It's hard for us to trust people. I get that. So what would you say to a person that's literally sitting on the fence about whether or not this is for real? Like, let's say they've listened to podcasts, they've watched these videos that they're watching right now, and they're still just like, I don't know if this is legit or not. What is the one thing you would say to that person?
Just ask them, I'll keep doing the same shit every day. The way they're doing it now is doing it, got to try something different in order to make things work now. I mean, it's definitely hands down one of the best things I've done in my farming career, joining Legacy Farmer. It's been a game changer for me.
Okay. Both personally and business wise, has it been?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good, man. So we'll cut it off there. Thanks again for taking the time for me to do this with me today.
Yep. Thank you.